Hello everybody, welcome back to On the Bright Side. I don't know what this is. My name's Daniel, and I'm watching Frieren. Last time on Frieren, we had met a new character who we want to join our journey because we're kind of in need of some physical strength. Like, we got the magic, so we went to this village to try and get this grimoire, but it's also where Asen, I think his name, I might have remembered it, his apprentice Stark lives, who we found out fought off the dragon, but he's actually just kind of a big coward. He seems like he has the skills to back up Isen's approval of him, so will he overcome his cowardice to help us take down this dragon? I'm excited to see. This show, whenever it teases me with the prospect of a battle, I'm really excited because I know this show has some talented animators working on it, and they can make some action scenes look really cool. So if you are excited to see how this battle against a dragon goes, then you should subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss future Frieren episodes, because I really love this show. 3, 2, 1, go. Jesus. The sound effects are so loud in this show. And everyone talks in a whisper. I don't know what to do with the sound. I've been wondering about how these two would interact. That is an interesting conundrum there. What am I supposed to do? Well, yeah, I kind of feel like he's not gonna lay down his life to protect this village. I don't know. Oh my god! What are you doing, Isen? Strong arm. Yeah, well, I mean, you put in the work, shows on your hand. Oh yeah, the first monster that you ran away from? Oh my god. Jeez, that is horrifying. And you blasted it. I mean, I agree. I don't think he's gonna, run away. It makes the most sense narratively for him to actually go through with this fight. But we'll see. Me too. Oh, he's gone. He ran. Fuck. Never mind. No, I think he's around, but oh, this show's funny. Yeah, he's here. All we need is 30 seconds. Yeah, I thought he wouldn't die for them. Okay. That means nothing to her. Man, she must be like, humans are weird. 3 years can change you. It's like a week for an elf like me. Oh my god. Of course. Very, very interesting. Alright. Let's slay a dragon. You're just like your master. Is that why he was shaking when he punched you? The dragon is a little bit afraid too. Ooh! Here we go! That's the animation popping off. Ooh, nice! Yeah, why? Oh, because he's too strong? Ah. Yeah. Well then. Ah. Ooh. broke the claws. Oh my god. They're really popping off, huh? Ooh. God, the animation. They really know when to save it for the good parts. Oh my god, what did you do? You killed it! You killed it. Bruh. Yeah, did you not see you power slam it into the ground? You're strong, my guy. Frieren, only excited in certain circumstances. No more than 3 items. It was. God. Yes, we should. That's exactly why we should be doing these things. Yeah. And he was right. You all look back on it fondly. This is a stupid fucking spell, though. What? We're leaving. But you really did save that village. What? It's a see-through clothes spell? Why? Why'd you have to do him like that? This fucking show. Okay. Welcome aboard. We'll try. Trouble has a hard time keeping itself out of me. I wonder what our next adventure is. Okay. Fern. What? Why so cold to me? What's up? Is it gonna be a long time in this town? Oh my god! I talked about this before. The desserts are so modern looking. I guess there's magic in this world, so whatever, but... No, it's actually shrinkflation. Beware of capitalism, kids. What? Stop looking at me like that. Yeah. This is your first time adventuring with Frieren. You don't know what it's like. No, I'm just mad at Frieren. Like always. Fern is just like, I'm so glad that you'll help me stay on like a normal time schedule. Yeah, not much happening. Okay. Black market. I think you guys can handle yourself. Alright. Is this just how it's gonna be? We're just gonna do this? Well, you know... Listen, just because Frieren is stubborn. What does this mean? No, you can't just say that and not... Alright, maybe it's gonna be a story. That's just... that continues to be such like a heartwarming idea. Yeah, I don't wanna. I wanna live up to what my master wants for me. I don't want. Oh, he has to do it before. Okay, yeah, that makes sense actually. Right. I forgot. Aizen is close to dying. Yeah, I bet. Who knows how long-lived dwarves are in this world, but Frieren, what are you doing? By who? Did you do something? Frieren, what did you do? Hi there! Would you like some, Huh? What? What is this? Why do I have the same sense of dread? Yeah, she was actually, like, impressed. This animation. Oh, that's good for us. Are we going to have to fight a war? Wow. Well, that was easy. Yeah, you guys were so worried. Frieren seemed really surprised. Yeah. She doesn't like celebrity worship. Oh well. Alright, that was an amazing episode. What a good episode. In the first half, we had a bit of a pep talk with, I mean, as much as of a pep talk as Fern is capable of giving to someone. Maybe it was just in hopes that he wouldn't run away and help us with the dragon, but in any case, he did help us. And that fight, that animation, oh, it's good to see. I know I've talked about Madhouse in the past and like how their staff has shifted around quite a bit. I feel like in a lot of their projects, a lot of their staff that is notable, I waffle about with some stuff about animators for a bit, but I feel like a lot of it is like actually inaccurate, and I was like, I gotta look up who did that dragon battle scene, and I looked it up, and I was kind of blown away by the 3 of my favorite animators worked on it. That fire breath at the beginning was Keiichiro Watanabe, which I thought, but I didn't say. Yutaka Nakamura for when he's holding on for dear life onto that dragon, my all-time favorite animator. And then that, like, slam down at the end is Hironori Tanaka, who is another one of my I'm just like, the star power. I wish I had thought more about this while watching, but I'm working on my detective skills, I guess. But yeah, absolutely insane animation, and now you'll hear me talk more about it. Obviously, this show has had a lot of passion and a lot of work into it. There's a reason why it's being praised so highly for its animation, in opposed to a studio like MAPPA, in which, yeah, they keep putting out mind-blowing animation each week, but in conjunction to that, every single week there's like an animator who's all like, yeah, we had to do like what would normally take a year in like a couple months, and it's like, all right. What animators are capable of is really impressive when you give them time, and like higher ups in the company that actually kind of understand that these things will take time to look as best as they can be. You get a show like this, which is, as far as I can tell, wildly successful and very popular, and everyone loves it. I'm just a big fan. Seeing each episode has been a big treat. I'm sorry. I'm a big animation nerd, so I'm just gonna be thinking about the fight the entire discussion portion. But it was really a sight to behold. Cool background animation all over the place, which is especially impressive for me. And he killed the dragon. I knew it was going to be strong, but I didn't think he was going to kill the dragon in the 30 seconds that he was supposed to distract it for. Weren't they even charging that entire time, or was Frieren just banking on him winning in that amount of time? I wouldn't be surprised if she was just like, don't worry, he's got this. Had a lot of faith, but she did hear firsthand from Aisen. Yeah, the reason why he hit him was not because he hated him, but it was because he was afraid. He's too strong of a warrior. Now that is some high praise, and I'm very glad to have him on our side. Maybe his cowardice won't really come into play that much in the future, but I kind of hope he does chicken out a couple times, or like he takes the easy road. A character with flaws, I think is a good idea for Stark. I like him in general. He's pretty laid back, which is fun, but we got a lot of interactions with him in Fern, in which he's eager to retrace the steps of his master and bring back many fun stories to tell him, which is why he's kind of eager to do it fast, despite his, laid back attitude. He also has kind of a bickering relationship with Fern, which is kind of fun. Although Fern is just in general like pretty like brutally honest and rude to people, but not like strangers, but people that she knows. She's the kind of person that like the more you see her at first glance and you're all like, oh, she's nice, and then the more you get to know her, you're all like, oh my god, she's different than I thought she was. I've known some girls like that, but this is the sign that you're getting close to them. So why'd she have to do my man like that? Why'd she have to call him small? How do you know? How do you know, Fern? Legitimate question though, like what? Also, I didn't even consider this. Are you telling me that they went through all that trouble of taking down the dragon to get an X-ray spell that no one used that spell? Why didn't you call Frieren small, huh? We all know it. It was a pointed attack. It was personal. But yeah, that was a really funny scene. After that crazy action scene, it really like made things go back to a comfortable spot. This show's very, very fun. But yeah, then we got to go to that village, in which I kind of already talked about that, but I like Fern, like, having traveled with Frieren for like seven years. Is that correct? A lot of years. She kind of knows the habits. So like getting to this village and just Frieren being like, I'm so excited to check out the magical spots in this town. Frieren's immediately like, with this again. This means that it's gonna take so long. We're gonna be spending a long time. She doesn't even care. And then she hears people talking about how it's gonna take 2 years for this road to open up. And she's just like, I've dealt with this before. We spent 6 months looking for flowers. So then she approaches Stark tentatively and is all like, please tell me that you're not going to be like this. That you're going to be normal. That you can help me actually like outnumber Frieren in these kinds of discussions. I just find that really funny. One thing that's kind of interesting is, I guess it's something that always kind of rubs me the wrong way when I'm watching a fantasy series, and I don't know why I care so much, because it's fantasy. However, a lot of the sensibilities of the people and like the way the economy works and the way that food looks is just very modern feeling, and it just kind of is like, I know there's no time period that this is really based off of. I mean, all of it is kind of based off of like Middle Ages type stuff, which is such a long time period in and of itself that like, I don't know, maybe it's more similar to like Renaissance, but still, the way that society looked back then would not have been anything like this, at least from my understanding. I know inns and like taverns existed. It just kind of seems like a thing that like wouldn't look as nice as all of the times that they go to the stay places. One thing that kind of throws me off is like the glassware, coming into the bar and being like, let me have some ice cream, and it's in a glass bowl with like wafers. And listen, I know magic exists. Magic could probably make this. In that other flashback, they were making kakigori, which is like, probably has been made in Japan for a while. I can look that up. It said like kakigori is like started becoming accessible to the public in the 19th century. It's like the 1800s. So, of course, if you had ice and you had like syrup from trees, you know, honey or something, you could make kakigori. It kind of rubs me the wrong way that they like know what syrup is. That seems like it would be kind of a delicacy in this time. Again, magic may make all of these things, make all of these advances in food, maybe, possibly. Honestly, if magic did exist, a large portion of it would probably be dedicated to food. But like ice cream, just going up to a bar and asking for a glass of milk, like, you know that's not pasteurized. in a glass. Yeah, I feel like at this time there wouldn't be as much glassware, there would be more like wood stuff. I don't know. I say in this time. Can someone back me up on this? I feel like I'm making a mountain out of a molehill, and I really don't care that much. It's just, I always see this in fantasy anime, where everything looks very modern, when in reality everything should be made out of stone and wood. No ice cream. Dairy products are unsafe, except for cheese, I guess. It doesn't matter. It's fantasy. It doesn't matter. Now, if a show like Vinland Saga did this kind of stuff, then I would have a little bit more problem. But Vinland Saga is actually pretty realistic in the foods that I feel like the characters eat, which is mostly bread, sausages, and cheeses. And alcohol. Alcohol has been... That's been around a long time. I mean, it's great. You can just, like, crush some grapes, leave them for a while, and they just kind of make safe-to-drink things. That was kind of a tangent that I didn't mean to be as long as it was. I felt like I talked about this episode quite a bit. I'm really enjoying the interactions between all of these characters now that there's 3 of them. That's a good way to keep the show fresh in the dialogue and the storylines. Stark is very earnest and nice, and I like this, but he's also kind of got, like, he's got flaws, which I also like. Fern also has her fair share of flaws. She's very blunt, but she's just, like, the source of the most comedy in this show, and I really appreciate it. Everything she does just makes me be like, but she's also showed a very soft and earnest side to her in this episode. And Frieren, of course, is just head in the clouds, but she also showed a belief in other people that we haven't seen too much. She really does believe in people. We've seen her feel that way about Fern and now Stark. So we got a big happy family. I'm loving all the dynamics. I loved the action. I'm ready to see how this adventure takes us to the north, where there's a lot of the Demon King's forces still fighting some people. The show could get very action-y in the next couple episodes, and that would be very exciting. So, if you guys are excited to see what's next, then you should subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss the next episode. And if you liked my reaction to this one, then you can let me know by leaving a like, and you can comment. Tell me what you thought about this episode. That trailed off weirdly. I had nothing else to say. I usually say subscribe here again, but I hope that I can make your day better, and I hope that you continue to have good days. Until next time, take it easy, everyone.